Okay, looks good. New game.
July 2054 AD. The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. The coalition government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape. Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us, literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface. Since then, 2 months have passed.
So this is basically World War III in a nutshell. Well, since I'm a male, a biological male, let's go with male. Let's go with this one. 72 whatever. Skin. Let's go cyberpunk. This one. Holy shit. Let's go blonde. And now the eyes. Face paint. Let's go with this. Let's go with this one. Yes. Start.
Attention. External access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece. Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate. Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours?
You forget your fucking name?
You don't even remember your own name? It must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. Just try and focus, all right?
Please enter a name. Let's just go with my initials.
Good. There we go. What else you remember? It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move?
I don't even know how to move. Absolutely
You'll
not.
take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon.
And a knife.
There you go. All right, let's get going.
Nintendo quality graphics. Follow the exclamation point.
If you're ever stumped about where to go next, be sure to check any nearby places marked with an exclamation point mark. Doing so should reveal the way forward. Though an occasional excursion of the beaten path never hurts. You know what they say about all work and no play after all.
So this is Primordia. Stuff I'm basing. Can I go back here?
Most of the White Whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one. You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the White Whale, do you?
What the fuck is the White Whale?
You know, the L002, the ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right?
Oh, I remember. It is flat.
Planet Earth, your homeworld. Or rather, it used to be anyway. Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between 2 alien forces and destroyed.
Alien forces? Okay, this is probably World War III, maybe.
Ring any bells? Don't feel bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget. I know. It's been following me for a while now. Didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves. You up to the task?
Excuse me, what is defending myself?
If you get combat by targeting an enemy, then throw your weapon. Know what do you say? We give it, well, I'll be here to back you up, so feel free to turn it, okay? After you turn your weapon with AU, automatically attack your opponent with a certain frequency, but only as long as you keep the enemy within your weapon's attack range. Arts have special abilities or weapons give you access to select them with. First, then press A to use one, you can set the maximum to 8 to arts plate. After you use an art, it will be put on cooldown, taking time until you can use the game. Different arts have cooldowns of different length.
Oh, I have to target it with... Okay, so... How do I... Oh, so... Yeah, so... Wait, what the... I haven't pressed any button for attack.
You're not half bad.
Oh, I am really,
There's
really
plenty
bad.
of work back in the city for someone who knows how to handle a weapon, you know.
I had to find work. There's not a
If
way
you're
what...
interested. In that case, I might have just the job for you. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
I agree. Give me an umbrella, please. So... My first loot, nice. Panzerstorm assault rifle.
Soul voice prompts are instructions, suggestions, or requests that your party members call out in the heat of battle. Successfully responding to them triggers various useful prompts. When an ally uses a soul voice prompt, arts on your palette, which match the prompt's color will be highlighted. If you use an art that's highlighted, you will succeed in the prompt, and the prompt user will regain some HP and receive a benefit effect. And your affinity with that ally will improve.
I don't know what I just read about, but okay, fuck the auto camera. It's going to be a mess. Haven't really figured out how the combat works here yet. Field action succeeded. Okay, let's grab some loot as much as we can.
Let's see what we got.
Haven't still figured out how the battle system works. Yeah, it looks like with A I do attack with the knife. Let's get moving. Can we swim? Oh yes, we can.
The rain's starting to let up, just in time for sunrise.
Oh, nice.
Follow me. I promise you're gonna love this. Pretty wild, huh? They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together.
Yeah, this is like Avatar in a video game.
We call this planet Mira. You won't find it on any star chart, but it's our new home.
Let's just try not to break it again.
Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed. Watch yourself. That first step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking. That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Certain enemies you will find on Mira will attack you as soon as they detect you. You can tell an enemy is detected by the icon next to their name. No enemy with a level much lower than yours will not attack unprovoked. Non-aggressive, no icon will not attack unless you attack it. This one will react when you enter his field of vision. Later will react when you wander too close to it.
Printing.
If you want to reach the habitat before sundown, we need to pick up the pace and start sprinting. Sprinting is good time when you need to get somewhere in an area, when you need to break out on specific areas situation.
Let's run then. What is this? Oh, we can actually change the game time?
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it? And this was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the west gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside. Grexes. And they're riled. We can't leave them roaming here. Not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
No. No! Okay.
Weapons used in the foot are split between melee and ranged weapons. You can switch between them with X. The weapons can only attack at close range, tend to do more damage per hit. Ranged weapons can attack in range.
Basically, hand weapons.
Use an arrow automatically switch over to weapon. The artist is still with you.
Also, we have like special abilities.
Arts which are associated with the weapon you're currently wielding in the range will continue their cooldown even after they are ready to use. This calls secondary cooldown. Arts used as secondary cooldown will have a greatly increased effect.
Okay, so it looks like you cannot do... Nice.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in. Who knows, maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
So they have a giant door and they close it and you have to use this kind of elevator to get in. Oh, there's an stairs there. Here's the elevator. Okay, let's go up. This looks like that mission in Lego City Undercover where you go to a military base from the multimillionaire.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? Or a giant beached spaceship, anyway. Like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira. New LA is our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown.
So they actually rebuilt LA inside...
Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light, and our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us, only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
Only America first.
This looks like the Apple headquarters where is a ring.
How about about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory?
Nice.
Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
That's gonna be a nice introduction to what we have inside the game.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
2 days ago, ma'am.
From political aide to Director General in just a few weeks. This rate, he'll be Emperor by next month.
Irina, Gwyn,
Nice work out there, ma'am.
Yeah.
the three of us were in the Coalition forces together, specifically the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for Best Ass Kiss goes to...
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
This one of the survivors, ma'am?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
They died.
Come on, seriously. Chausson was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Gwyn.
Let's go with Gwen.
We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Colonel.
We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Chapter 1. New Los Angeles. Where is he going to land? Oh, so you remember that girl?
Damn it!
This girl is the narrator.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt. Hey, look at that. The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. It's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly!
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey, Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-who's? Ooh, I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
Let's just ask for her age.
She's 13, and I know, she looks young, and she is young, but trust me, she's one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
I have to see it with my own eyes.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah, why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
Oh, wait, there's a bus?
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it! Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place?
No, do the shitty work.
You can change your active party composition from menu active members. There, you can select allies from the reserve and add them to your active party or swap them around. Please note that there are times where you will not be able to change members.
Whatever. I'm really tired. These are all party members and we have one in reserve, which is this, and bigger rank. So we can swap characters. So now I'm the girl. Let's just stick with our main character. Oh wait, it's an air vehicle.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
Beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
Certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located. Remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district. I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. Can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
By NLA standards anyway. Day or night. The best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book,
Which you're not going to
that's
do.
the spot.
The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district. The nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government, not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs.
Does anyone use the park?
And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
If you want to relax,
We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
just close the game.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Lindley Airlines.
Oh, shut up.
Right, let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later. Strength comes from experience.
This is like a mix of Avatar and Cyberpunk. It became a meme for all of its bugs. That's the reason I haven't bugged it yet.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
As about registration, from say nothing.
Is there a problem here? You must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi.
Ms. Koo, chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No, nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here.
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. After you.
I'll put on some tea.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale. Now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer, and he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time, at least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
Yes.
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
We got nuked.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
Ask how we ended up on Mira. Ask more information about Blade. Ask about registry. No, that's the last thing we want to know.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there, if maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take, or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state, searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government, basically making it a sustainable city.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others: the search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis, all housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers, and of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold, are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
I do.
As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Take a guided tour of the Blade Administrative District with Lee and Elma and learn more about life as a member of Blade.
Okay, let's do that. So no side missions can start to appear, it seems. The screen to show the objectives or your current drive missions, assist missions, or your main missions. You can press that to toggle the navigating panel category. Categories are unlocked and still burns in the main story, okay. Barracks interior.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah, Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that scale. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby. Now this guy gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction. Hold on, I'll just pull it up here 1 sec.
Lynn?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons, and they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Okay.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
And is it good that is this open to the public like nothing?
So this is mission control.
Nice.
We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise, and if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she? Ta-da! The Blade Scout console.
Yay!
When the going gets tough, the tough go to the scout console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell blade without team, sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you ready to join up?
No.
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying, you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade.
I am.
Or maybe a crazy person.
No, I'm not.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. How about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
So this is an RPG, so expect to have those kind of leveling systems. So it's going to be an interesting adventure. We should probably set
So
objectives.
this street's what we call Armory Alley.
See from the story.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell? I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself, Blade Tower.
Yes, this stream is like an introduction to the game, and then the next episodes we're going to go deeper and actually set ourselves objectives, so we won't end up ending
So
blah.
yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chosan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right?
Yeah, really
You
amazing.
can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us. Or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
To see the guided tour of the Ministry District and learn more about life as a blade.
Nice.
And advice, you're just walking out, so you must feel pretty casey. If you can see something and check the tips, I bet you'll find some info there that'll be relevant to your situation. Read them as your basic textbook for surviving on Mira.
Let's go in one more place, and I'll finish here. Enter the Blade Barracks. Yes. So anything new to do here before I...
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment.
What in the hell are we waiting for?
As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
No. Fuck you.
Ms. Ku, how much do you know about life pods?
Life pods? You mean like from the White Whale?
Yes, those life pods. Like the one Elma, a blade, rescued our friend here from. Emphasis on the word rescued. Because if you aren't released, you just sit there frozen in stasis forever.
So did you have an engineering question about life pods? Or is this all part of the guilt trip?
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, what'll it be,
I
friend?
think he's just like, are you really sure? Are you really that idiot? Yes, I am.
Now, you wouldn't want to refuse the people who saved your life, would you?
He really wants me to join.
You said no. You wouldn't refuse. That's a yes, right?
So the lore of the game is like you have to join no matter what. So why does the game give us an option if we don't have a choice? Couldn't they just like, okay, get the fuck out and come back later when you've made your mind and you can progress in the story until you join? Okay, let's just continue.
I knew you'd make the right choice.
Oh, fuck you.
Welcome to the organization. Elma, he can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right, welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
You're like, yes or no? No. No, you have to say yes.
Now then,
yes.
let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira, a network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
Sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two. Shall we?
Okay.
Yeah, training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe.
Chapter 2. Install the probe at the Frontier Nav site and complete your training.
So, Chapter 2. The New Frontier. Okay, so we can finish here.